and I do expect a... Hopefully this was funny. I remember this now. Sacrifice my Gyarados to the Elder Gods. It KOs the whole goddamn Gyarados. I had to spend 2 shields after making that dumb play of switching a Golbat into a Zapdos. But was it worth it? Yes, it was, because there's a Shadow Victory Bell in the back. I'm sorry, TJ. The opportunity was there. The opportunity was there, and I couldn't resist. You know, Shadow Machamp shields down. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I had to do that to you. Hey guys, before we get started today, I just wanted to let you know the easiest way to support the channel is by clicking the like button, but only do so if you actually like the video. And if you're one of the 61% of my viewers that aren't subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, but only do so if you actually like the videos. So shout out to all of my new subscribers, getting a lot of new ones lately, and I really do appreciate all of you guys, and all the old ones, thank you guys for sticking around. It really means a lot to me. Enjoy the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shrady, and welcome back to the channel. So, the Kanto Cup is coming back today. I don't know if you guys remember the Kanto Cup, but I do. And it was fun for like 3 days-ish. And then the amount of Hypnos and Alolan Marowaks and Alolan Gravelers just got kind of stale, you know what I mean? So this time around, I'm encouraging you all to be spicy. You know what? It's required, okay? It's required for this channel. Ignore the corners. That's... My green screen is... I'm a definitely... God damn it. You saw nothing. I'm definitely a professional. So, as far as I know, the ELO system is not going to be in effect during the Kanto Cup, which means all the battles you do, it doesn't matter how much you lose, it doesn't matter how much you win, you're not going to be grinding rank. So, do what I do anyway, which is just... make stupidly spicy teams, run memes, beat people with the funniest you've ever seen, you know? Do that. Because it's fun. It really is. And honestly, to me, it's even more fun when the ELO system is in effect. Like, I got some battles today, and I might make a second video if I have time, where I ran a triple electric team in the Open Great League, up against a bunch of experts who were trying to get to Legend, and I beat like 4 of them, but then I let him beat me at the end, because I was like, go ahead, you get your pose and all that stuff. Anyway, talking a lot. Let's take a look at this screen over here. So, do not look at that. I got a bunch of stuff over here that, you know, is possible to use for the Kanto Cup. It's basically anything that has, and I'm not sure if Mew is banned. When I did these practice battles, a couple people used Mew against me, but I think Mew might be banned. I could be wrong about that. But either way, if they're in the first 150, which means Alolan Graveler, Alolan Marowak, Alolan whatever, Galarian, Rapidash, any of that stuff, it still has the same number as Rapidash does, so it's going to be allowed. Alright, so first up, these were done in my Discord. This one is up against TheTUbunator. So shout out to TheTUbunator in the Discord for doing these battles with me. I really do appreciate it. Alright, so I am running Beedrill, Alolan Muck, and Blastoise. I just built the Blastoise. I never had one with Hydro Cannon on it. So I'm going to build up to the Drill Run and just go straight for it. I don't expect a shield because Lapras is very tanky, even the Shadow version. So if I land the Drill Run, things are looking pretty good for me. And I did get a lot of lag during these battles, so heads up to that. He's overfarming quite a bit. He's definitely got a Surf plus some. So I'm going to shield because Surf would come close to taking me out at this point. And I'm just going to go for the X-Scissor. I don't even think this is going to KO, but hopefully I get a shield with this. That would be ideal, and if I do, then I'm going to switch, right? Yeah. So I catch a Surf on my Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck is probably my, well, most likely going to be, again, my favorite safe switch. Not my favorite, but just the best safe switch for this particular cup. So I'm going to build up to the Sludge Wave and go for a Dark Pulse here. And if he lets this come through, that's fine. It's going to take 2 charge moves to KO anyway. When you're using a Pokemon that uses Snarl or any other low damage fast move, you want to take into consideration how many charge moves it's going to take something out. In this case, it's going to take 2 Sludge Waves or 2 Foul Plays, regardless. Or a Sludge Wave and a Foul Play. It's going to take 2 charge moves no matter what. That's why I went for the lower energy cost one. So it was a CMP tie, and he built up to a lot of energy here. And I'm going to come in with the Blastoise and farm down. He's not going to be able to get to a Solar Beam. Definitely not. But this could be a Weather Ball or a Psyshock. It's just a Psyshock, so it's going to do a little bit of chip damage. And I can farm down. I did get both of the shields, so let's see what comes back in. It is going to be a Pokemon. Okay, it's going to be a Raichu. Normally this would be obviously be a very bad matchup, but Raichu requires shields. Raichu's going to be one of my favorite Pokemon for this cup, though. Alright, so I'm going to switch into the Beedrill now, and basically just, it looks like he was trying to sack, so almost got me there, but now, because I held onto my energy, I can just throw this Drill Run, and we'll take out the Cantonian Raichu over on the other side. So very nice battles. Thank you once again to all the people on my Discord who helped me out with this. Whoa, why is it looking like that? Hang on a sec. Keep watching. What are we doing? I didn't see what team I was running. Just trying to make this thing bigger. Yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, link is right there. Hopefully it still works. Alright, so this is going to be my favorite team for the Cup. I've used this in the Open Great League as well. It's the Triple Electric Meme Team. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. All these Pokemon are super glassy, so you got to be careful with shields. So, I think it takes 7 Shadow Claws to get to a Flame Charge, and I am lagging the hell out, so I have no idea how much energy this Mew has. So I'm just going to throw this Alolan Graveler out here. Both of my back Pokemon are weak to fighting, so I'm trying to bait out a fighter, but instead I bait out on a Lickitung. So Lickitung is going to be an amazing Pokemon for this cup, but it does require XL candies. You can use a Hundo Lickitung and max it out, and it'll be close to 1500, but the best effect you can get is with XL Lickitung. So spoofers, go ahead and go get your Lickitung candy so you can whoop our ass, huh? Put the Kappa face on me if you remember. So he shielded the Stone Edge, and that's fine. And you're going to see here, I land the Stone Edge. Lickitung is like, it's so goddamn thick. Like, Stone Edge hits so hard. That was a stab Stone Edge. Anyway, so probably going to come back in with the Magneton, because Magneton's going to resist the Body Slam as well as the Power Whip, but the Licks are chunking away, no kidding. So I'm going to let this come through, because whatever it is, it's going to be resisted, unless he's running something I didn't even know Lickitung has. But Magneton's very glassy, so I should have switched out right here in order to catch, but Raichu is pretty glassy too, so I'm hoping that I can farm down here before I get licked down, and okay. Ooh, one more Shadow Claw is going to take me out. So I threw the wrong... I mean, either one of these are going to take out the Mew, so it doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to switch out and save that energy for later, because I have 1 HP on it, so I can switch out and hopefully use that charge move later. And I have 100 energy apparently on my Cantonian Raichu, and what is in the back? I am so sorry. He brought a Seeking to my Triple Electric team, so yeah, I think he knew it was over. I still had... GG. But yeah, nobody expects that kind of shit. Obviously, if you run into somebody using like pretty much a Lowland Marowak beats that in, well, no. But there's definitely a Pokemon that can beat that entire team. It's just fun to run. Alright, so this time I'm running a Lowland Sandslash with Wigglytuff and the thing in the back, the Golbat guy. So he's switching into his Hypno, and I'm building up some energy here. I'm counting the fast moves. Confusions. Takes 4 Confusions to get to a Punch. I do expect this Hypno to be running Fire Punch, so I go ahead and catch a Fire Punch on my Wigglytuff. Usually this is like kind of either way, like Wigglytuff can win or Hypno can win. That's why I landed that Ice Punch first, because I know with that a little bit of extra chip damage, I can charm this thing down and I don't have to shield anything. So obviously Shadow Ball is double resisted here, so there's no reason to worry about that. Just gonna get hit by Confusions and Fire Punches, but as you can see here, because of that Ice Punch, if I didn't land that Ice Punch, then I would have gone down to Confusions, because the Hypno would have had more health and would have probably been able to get to another charge move. So they come back in with the Zapdos, which is pretty risky because Charm does a ton of damage to Zapdos. Zapdos is very glassy. I definitely expect a shield here because this Ice Beam would be taking out the Zapdos. I'm doing a lot of damage, but I'm now worried because they farmed me down, and Zapdos with energy is very deadly. And I have a Flyer in the back, but I do have this Alolan Sandslash, so I'm going to throw an Ice Punch right away. I'm really surprised that I was expecting that to be caught, but fortunately it was not, and I have no idea why I did this. I honestly have no idea why I switched a Golbat into a Zapdos that's loaded on energy. This is bad news bears, my friends. Alright, so I'm definitely going to have to spend both shields here if I want to see what the last Pokemon is. But since he, okay, so Poison Fang should be taking it out, so I had to spend 2 shields after making that dumb play of switching a Golbat into a Zapdos. But was it worth it? Yes, it was, because there's a Shadow Victory Bell in the back. Shadow Victory Bell is doing double resisted damage with those Razor Leafs. We're doing super effective damage with the Wing Attacks, and Shadow Ball and Poison Fang both hit for neutral. Gonna go for the Shadow Ball, gonna go for the Kill Shot, not worried about any charge moves coming out of it. So yeah, I got lucky with that one. I got super duper lucky with Team Comp, but hey, it happens. It happens to the best of us.
That's the way she goes.
That's the way she goes?
That's right. That's the way she goes.
Alright, these next battles were up against BLKadron. Maybe it's BLKadron, I'm not actually sure. But thank you to him for doing these battles with me. Alright, so this time I'm running, oh god, what is happening? Machamp, and then Galarian Rapidash, and Alolan Marowak. My Alolan Marowak does run Hex. And as you can see, these Hexes are doing a crazy amount of damage. So Shadow Ball comes through, that would have easily been taking me out, but I know he's not going to be able to get to another one. He could probably throw a Fire Punch, but I think he was trying to go for the Shadow Ball, but wasn't able to get to it. But I have close to 100 energy now, and they come in with a Snorlax. Snorlax is a very, very good counter to Alolan Marowak. If you guys are looking for a good counter to Alolan Marowak, Snorlax. Especially a Hex version of Alolan Marowak. You do super effective damage with those licks. The Body Slam is double resisted, the Superpower is double resisted, but it's a pretty good matchup. As you can see, that's a Shadow Bone. It did basically nothing because it's double resisted, so... and the licks are just tearing away at me. He's farming me down, which is a smart play, but... yeah, he's going to have to shield, even though that's double resisted, that Shadow Bone would be taken out, and I'm really glad I got a shield out of that, because I was ready to go down here. And I landed the Fire Blast, which is nice. I actually switch out into my Machamp, hoping to counter down, but he has enough energy to throw a Body Slam. I'm going to have to shield it, because Shadow Machamp is the glassiest thing on the planet. Oh yeah, it's just a Magneton in the back, so this is Shadow Machamp. Shadow Machamp going to clean up. No, I'm probably going to get hit by a Discharge or a Magnet Bomb here, yeah. Because Magneton, again, one of my favorite Pokemon for this cup. Magneton gets to charge moves very, very quickly. So I'm looking forward to using Magneton. I wish I could use Shadow Magnezone, but unfortunately it's not 151. So, alright, so I'm coming in with my last Pokemon, which is a Galarian Rapidash. Even though this Body Slam is resisted, Galarian Rapidash hits very hard. I remember last season Galarian Rapidash was rated #1 as the safe switch on PB Poke for this cup. So that's something to consider. Honestly, I've never had much luck with it. I've wanted to use it so badly, and the reason why is because it uses Psycho Cut and Body Slam, which means it gets to a Body Slam after 4 fast moves. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4 Body Slam, 1, 2, 3, 4 Body Slam. It gets to Body Slams quicker than any other Pokemon I've seen. Alright, so this time I'm using the Triple Electric Meme Team once again. I pick up the best lead I could get from this team because my back 2 Pokemon take super effective damage from fighting type attacks. So I'm staying in here. I'm not switching out. I'm going to be building up to 2 Thunder Punches, getting some lag, and he comes in with the Venomoth, Shadow Venomoth even, so very spicy pick there. Never thought to use this one. I know Bonage has one of those things, but I use a Thunder Punch to get a shield, and now I'm going to come in with the Alolan Graveler, and this is just a Poison Fang. I know there's no way they can get to any other charge move other than Poison Fang with that amount of confusions, and Rock types do resist Poison, so I'm going to be building up to the Stone Edge, but as you can see, the confusions hit for neutral, and they are tearing away. So I'm going to go for a Rock Blast, get a shield, and then I get to another Rock Blast. I don't even think this is worth the shield. Do I shield this? I do. Okay. Well, win and back switch, but I do have to spend 2 shields, and this team does not like spending 2 shields to win switch because all of these Pokemon need shields. They're all glass cannons. I love using triple glass cannon teams. I'm sure you guys will see one of those videos coming out sometime during the Kanto Cup. Alright, so what is the last Pokemon? An Alolan Raticate, once again, another pick that I have used as well, and it looks like a lot of fun. I come in with my Magneton, Magneton being that Steel and Electric type, it actually resists the Quick Attacks. Alolan Raticate typically runs Quick Attack, Hyper Fang, and Crunch. Crunch has a lower energy cost, but Hyper Fang hits harder. This thing has got a normal and a dark typing. Goes for Hyper Fang, actually Crunch hits for neutral there, and he comes back in with a Primeape, and I threw right away, I was worried that I had a charge move loaded, and it doesn't even KO? Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I will have to take 1 counter worth of damage on my Magneton, which makes it not so fine, but I know I outpace the Alolan Raticate, and since the Quick Attacks are resisted, I'm able to get to another Magnet Bomb. Another very close match. So GG BLKadron. Is that the last one? I don't remember. Not the last one. One more. Uno más. Alright. Another Mew. Oh god. Oh what do I do? Alright, so again, getting some lag. X-Scissor does hit for super effective damage because of the Psychic typing on Mew. But with Mew, you got to be worried about 2 things. Wild Charge and Flame Charge. And they very smartly no-shield that. And I'm going to go ahead and catch whatever the hell this is. Hopefully a Flame Charge on my Alolan Muck. Ba-boom. Shrady's a beast. So they're staying in here, which... Okay, they're farming up some energy, which makes sense. And I go for the Sludge Wave. Again, I think it's going to take 2 charge moves to KO, so I think going for the Dark Pulse is probably the way to go. Unless I plan on going down here, which that's probably what I'm going to do. So this could be a drill run, which would be taking me out because of super effective damage, but I called a bait, and it is an Icy Wind, and now I'm going to be able to get to another Sludge Wave because the poison jabs are resisted. You are going to have to watch out for triple Legacy Seekings and double Legacy Seekings in this cup. So I go for the Sludge Wave, but it has been debuffed, so it doesn't do enough damage. So it does make sense to go for the Sludge Wave there. He could have farmed down there, but he was worried about me getting to another charge move, so he's going to throw the Icy Wind, which is fine with me. I think I come in and farm down with the Beedrill, if I remember correctly, because energy on Beedrill is very nice to have. In this Blastoise, I literally just built this thing. Alright, so he switches into a Charizard, gives up Switch there, which is perfectly fine with me. I have a hard counter, unfortunately for him, in this Blastoise here. So I've noticed a lot of people still running Wing Attack on their Charizard. For the Love Cup, it was like recommended on PvPoke that you use Wing Attack. You get to charge moves quicker, so you're probably still going to see a lot of those because it's a legacy move, so people are probably not going to TM that thing away. So this time I let this come through. I shielded the first one really expecting a Blast Burn, but a Blast Burn doesn't KO anyway, so I'm going to let it come through, and then I should be able to farm down. And what comes back into me? A Seeking to instantly die, and then the Mew comes back in to get hit by a Hydro Cannon. He's probably trying to get me to dump my energy. That's why I never throw the charge move right away. I always tap a couple of fast moves before I see what Pokemon comes in. You can see in the top right-hand corner, oh my green screen doesn't go that big, but you can see in the top right-hand corner what the typing is, so you can guess what Pokemon's coming in. Alright, these next 3 battles are up against I Am the Liquor 94.
I am the liquor.
AKA Shadow Lahey in the Discord. I was using Gyarados, no idea why. These were the first battles I did today, and it's a Waterfall Gyarados. Why? I think Dragon Breath Gyarados is the way to go if you're going to use Gyarados. I don't know if Gyarados is going to be that good, to be honest, but who knows? Who knows? So he switches into a Snorlax, and I'm just going to counter this thing down because it's a Shadow Snorlax as well, so this is even better for Shadow Machamp. You just shield once, and you can farm it all the way down. Let's see what comes back in. I do kind of... Okay, it's a Hypno, so this... I'm just going to throw a Rock Slide. I could have got the 2 Cross Chops, but I don't think it was worthwhile. Yeah, the guaranteed shield is probably the way to go there. So I'm going to come in with the Alolan Marowak here because I want to align my Gyarados with the Moltres later. And he's still locked in here, so I'm just going to throw as soon as I get this because I know he can't sack because his switch timer is not up yet. And I do expect a... Hopefully this was funny. I remember this now. Sacrifice my Gyarados to the Elder Gods. It KOs. It KOs the whole goddamn Gyarados. Okay, so there are no shields left, and this is pretty unfortunate for me because the Shadow Bone, I actually had no idea if it was going to KO. Shadow Ball would have been nice there, but unfortunately does not KO, and I cannot farm down before he gets to a Sky Attack here, so I'm going to shield this. By the way, Sky Attack is a legacy move on Moltres, so if you have a Shadow Moltres, you actually have to use an Elite TM to get it on there. So very nice. I was able to farm down, and then actually worked out to my benefit. I just thought that was so funny because I was trying to call his... I wasn't trying to call his bait. I was hoping that it was a Shadow Ball, but no, he went for the bait, and apparently a Shadow Hypno using Thunder Punch one-hit KOs a full health Gyarados. I was laughing my ass off after that. Alright, I think in these next battles I was not really trying to like think about the team comp. I was just putting random Pokemon on there to have fun with it, and that's what I encourage you guys to do. This is, you know, this is your time to experiment and have fun with the game instead of trying to grind rank and be sweaty all the time. If you lose, it's no big deal. There's nothing on the line. So this time I come in with my Tentacruel and a, oh god, Shadow Slowbro comes in. I should have been ready for this one. He used this thing in the Love Cup. Alright, so Acid Spray comes through. That's all I could get to. It would have been nice if he shielded that, but he's not that daft. No, he knows he knows it's just an Acid Spray. Okay, so gonna be coming in with the Graveler. I mean, I guess you do super effective damage here with the Volt Switches because Slowbro is a water type, but you kind of have to shield everything. This thing hits so hard. You can see the confusions are just, yeah, it's no joke. So let's see what he comes back in with. I've never seen, I mean, I have seen a Shadow Weezing. So I go for the Stone Edge here, but I have noticed, you know, normally I'm used to seeing Snorlax in the Ultra League and the Master League where it's super tanky, but in the Great League, not so much. Alright, so I'm going to switch into the Parasect here, and I think I just let this come through because I was very curious how much Parasect could tank. And not much, but I did tank that okay. So now I'm going to be going for the Solar Beam here against this Poison type. So it's going to be resisted, but I was really just hoping, and he shielded it. Yeah, why did you have to shield it, man? Come on. You couldn't let me have that, just that one Solar Beam. You couldn't. You couldn't do that for me? Just let me land. I was hoping so bad. So I know that Shadow I'm going to be farming up a little bit of energy here before I take this thing out. But I know that Shadow Weezing runs Infestation, Sludge Bomb, and Shadow Ball. So it's only got nukes. So you basically want to shield anything coming out of it. And then I go for this Stone Edge. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to KO. But it was a very close match. So GG, I am the Licker, a.k.a. Shadow Lahey. I think there's probably... Is that the first one out of 3? I don't remember. We shall find out. And by the way, I know a lot of people asked me last season, that thing up there, that's the rainbow badge from the first games. Oh, I remember this. I ran a triple grass / triple poison team, and I ran into a Shadow Golbat. So and then I went for Frenzy Plant, which is double resisted. You definitely, if you're ever unfortunately in this situation, go for the Sludge Bomb because it hits for single resisted damage. And I just get farmed down, and I'm boned. I'm absolutely boned. I can't do anything. I don't even know if I can beat the Golbat. Okay, Razor Leafs are resisted. I catch a Poison Fang. Don't know why. It doesn't matter. I think honestly, I remember why I did that. I was just trying to tell him, like, dude, I'm running triple grass, and you got a Golbat in the lead. Like, do me a solid, and he did. He switched into a Magneton. I'm like, okay, this could work. So this is still a pretty good matchup for Magneton, but holy crap, that Power Whip did a lot. The reason it's very neutral all around because Grass is resisted by Magneton because of that Steel typing, and Electric is resisted by Grass typing. But Magneton has kind of an upper hand here because it can hit for neutral with the Magnet Bomb, but the Thunder Shocks are still resisted, so... Getting a shield there, and I am trying to switch out as desperately as I can, but I'm just going to let this come through. This Magnet Bomb is definitely going to be taking me out. Shadow Magneton, I wish I had one built. I have one, but I don't have the Stardust for it. It looks so fun. I love Magneton. Magneton already hits so goddamn hard, and then he's got a Hypno in the back. So triple poison team versus a Psychic and a Flying type. So GG. Yeah, it's over. And then he had to remind me, like, hey dude, you remember I was leading Golbat? Wasn't that funny? And he took me out with the Golbat. Alright, so GG, I am the Licker. I do really appreciate that. Alright, this one, ashriolu, aka Ash Greninja, has been following the channel since I had like 50 subscribers or something like that, so shout out to him. He did some battles with me, and he also loves Raichu. So we ran into a Raichu stare down. I think I was using Electrode instead of Graveler on this team, which Graveler works a lot better. I wish it didn't, but, you know, it does. So I'm going to be building up quite a bit of energy here. And you saw Brick Break does neutral damage and Thunder Punch is resisted, but they do about the same amount of damage. So I actually go for the Wild Charge this time. I was hoping to win the CMP tie, but unfortunately I lose the CMP tie. So, I honestly, personally, I don't recommend using Brick Break, but it does add some coverage. Brick Break is just kind of a weak move, and it doesn't get stabbed, so it's not great. So we both switch at the same time. What a coinky-dink that was. So we switched into a Hypno, and I fortunately switched into my Electrode, and this is why you want Foul Play on your Electrode. Electrode is still going to be very good in this cup, just like it was in the Love Cup, because there are going to be a lot of Hypnos and a lot of Alolan Marowaks around, and Foul Play hits both of those things for super effective damage. I actually let it go because I want to save my shield. Like I said, with this glassy team, you need to save your shields. So I think I actually risk it and try to farm down with Thunder Shocks. Yes, I do. And that is super risky because this is not a Shadow Hypno. It's going to be able to get to charge moves here, and it's most likely running, well, could be running Thunder Punch. It is running Thunder Punch, so very nice bait. Now I know I don't have to shield anything, so I'm just going to farm this thing all the way down, and I have close to 100 energy, if not 100 energy. So Raichu's going to come back in, and Magnet Bomb and Discharge are both resisted because of the electric typing. Magnet Bomb does hit a little bit harder, though, so they both have the same energy cost. I go ahead and catch on my Raichu there because I figured my Magneton is my win condition to keep that Magneton alive. Brick Break would have been taking it out. So now I come in and hope to farm down with Thunder Shocks, and what's in the back? It's a Dugong. So Dugong's not going to have a good time with my triple electric team. I'm very sorry, Ash. I think I still lose this one, don't I? I think I still lose this one. Because that Raichu, he's got a charge move loaded. And I needed to farm up here. But if I did farm up, I would have gone down to an Icy Wind. So very nice play, Ash Greninja. You played me like a fiddle. So shout out to him. We got some more battles with him, though. I did 3 with everybody who I battled with. So I don't know if I finished my sentence, but that up there is the Kanto Rainbow Badge. It's like all 8 badges, right? Yeah, all 8 badges fit on the same badge. It doesn't matter. All right, this time I'm using Alolan Raticate. I wanted to show you guys the power of this. So I ran two things that are resistant to Charm in the back, because I figured the worst lead is a Charmer, and I just happened to run into a Wigglytuff lead. So I'm building up close to the Solar Beam, but I didn't quite build up to the Solar Beam. I would recommend building all the way up to that. So either way, I'm going to be going for back-to-back Weather Balls here. Regular Ninetales did get a buff as well this season. I think it's going to be really good in this cup as well. So if you guys have one, it's definitely worth checking out. It gets to Weather Balls pretty quick, even though it uses Fire Fang. Fire Fang is not really known for its energy generation, but it does get to the charge moves pretty quick. And I actually see, and that's a Brick Break. A Thunder Punch would have KO'd there, and Brick Break and Thunder Punch have the same energy cost. So again, that's why I recommend running Thunder Punch, because even when it's resisted, it still does a good amount of damage. But I was just planning on going down there. I was just trying to, yeah, I have a response to that Charmer, which is Alolan Sandslash. So this time I'm going to be coming back in with my Alolan Raticate, and unfortunately I had to shield, because Brick Break does hit for double super effective damage here, because Alolan Raticate is a dark and a normal type, and he's got a, I'm done. It's over. It's over. Why did I run this team? I told you I stopped thinking about the team comp, and I started just putting any Pokemon that was in my because I have all my Pokemon named by star GL, sorry, for the Great League, so I just sorted them by number and wasn't thinking at all. This team is very weak to fighters, so I go for the Hyper Fang. It doesn't matter. This is over. This is 100% over. Should have seen that one when I was building this team. Like, hey, maybe, you know, maybe have something to cover in case there's a fighter. No, Shrady wasn't thinking like that. All right, this time, did I actually beat him? I don't think I did. I think he whooped my ass all 3 times, which in the past I've done that to him. So like, you know, I was actually glad to see him beat me. All right, so I was trying to catch a cross chop on my Galarian Rapidash, because I have 2 responses to Shadow Machamp. That's the second time we both matched a lead. All right, so as you can see, I'm at 2 body slams already, and the Hypno's not even at a punch, or maybe not even at a Shadow Ball, maybe at a punch. I'm not sure, but it gets the charge moves real quick. So we are resisting the confusions, because Galarian Rapidash has a Psychic as well as a Fairy type. It's the same typing as Gardevoir, if that makes any sense. Alright, so I shield, I was hoping that I was shielding a Shadow Ball, but unfortunately I was not. But I should be able to get to 2 Body Slams, again, before he gets to a Shadow Ball, I think. But he just lets it go. Okay, so Galarian Rapidash, retake and switch, and he comes in with an Alolan Marowak, and you can see I'm at the Psychic already. I do expect to get a shield with this, but I'm hoping for the debuff. Psychic does have a chance to debuff your opponent's defense, and there it is. I got it. So the Psycho Cuts are doing neutral, but Psycho Cut does basically nothing. Body Slam is resisted. I should have built up to this Body Slam and then switched out. I think that was probably the play. Because yeah, he's farming me down, and it's very dangerous, because both of my other Pokemon are going to struggle up against the Alolan Marowak, because fighting is double resisted. And okay, so this time, alright, I was really hoping he did that to give me a win condition, but I still don't know if I can do this, because I'm running Focus Blast instead of Shadow Ball. Because I don't even have a reason why. It's just what I do. So this Alolan Marowak has so much energy. I think he's at 100 energy, actually. And I'm building up to the Shadow Ball to get a shield. I should have just thrown the Thunder Punch. It would have done a little bit of chip damage even if he let it go, because he had almost 2 Shadow Balls to take me out. And I just panic, and I'm like, cross chop. But yeah, this is definitely over. He's gonna be able to get to a Bone Club, and I'm just, I might have been able to get to a Rock Slide. I may have threw the game there. 2 Fire Spin, I would have been able to get to a Rock Slide, unless he didn't throw the charge move and he just farmed me down. I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't counting his Fire Spins. Okay, who have I not shown yet? Oh shit, Dracobound. He was the first one that I did the battles with. I don't know why it was listed at the end though. Sorry about that, Draco. So Dracobound is one of the moderators in my Discord, so shout out to Dracobound. So this time again I'm running Triple Electric team, and I accidentally put Shadow Magnezone in this team. Shouldn't have done that. Pretend that's a Magneton. Just pretend it's a Magneton. Alright, so I actually built up to 2 Thunder Punches here, and I was really hoping I could stack them, because if he got 1 Fire Fang through, that would have taken me out. So I'm actually able to win the lead. What is he going to come in with? He comes in with the Lapras. Is he running Double Water? He's got to be running Double Water. Oh boy. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. I want to teach you guys how to use Shadow Magnezone though, because Shadow Magnezone is so goddamn fun. It one-shots a Dugong from almost full health. with a wild charge, and I love it. So every time I use it on a team, I know it's not allowed in this cup, I know that, but every time I use it on a team, well, I apparently just decided to sack it this round. Okay, it was a power-up punch, interesting, and he's running bubble, so I should be able to get a shield with this, and then I have a discharge loaded on my electrode, but I shouldn't have. I didn't even realize I was using Shadow Magnezone there. He let it go anyway. But yeah, I would love for more people to use that Pokemon because it is so goddamn fun. I always run it in the back and don't let anybody know about it until the shields are down, and save 1 or 2 shields for it, and you can just destroy an entire team as long as you line everything up properly. All right, into the next battle against Dracobound. All right, Polywrath this time. And I forgot that I never TM'd Water Gun onto my Blastoise. It's running Bite because I'm dumb. And I'm running Double Grass. I don't know about that. I don't recommend it. I really don't. But hey, it might work. You never know. Alright, so I baited out a Magneton. Again, this is kind of neutral. I know both of my charge moves are resisted. But still, Shadow Magneton especially does not want it. That Magnet Bomb did a lot. But it does not want to tank a Power Whip. Like, I'm pretty sure a Power Whip from this range would come close to KOing, if not KO. So I'm gonna shield because I was hoping he tried to farm down, but he did not. So Power Whip's gonna be coming through, and I get the last shield, so that's fine with me. And what do I do here? I guess come in with the Venusaur and attempt to farm down. Let us see. Probably Venusaur. No, I come in with the. Oh, I tried to catch a discharge. Dracobound is no fool. Dracobound is no fool in that Magnet Bomb. Holy shit, that Magnet Bomb. Okay. So yeah, even if I shielded it, I would have had to tank one anyway. So Shadow Magneton is going on an absolute rampage here, and there's an Alolan Graveler in the back. Fortunately, I can at least take out the Alolan Graveler because Frenzy Planets were super effective here. But boom, goodbye. What else was it? Polywrath? I don't have enough health. And Polywrath is a partial fighting type, so it's actually going to resist the bites. And he has energy as well. If my switch timer was up, I would have tried to catch there, but unfortunately, I'm going to go down to a resisted power-up punch. And now, the bites are doing nothing. Bite is a very heavy damage move, by the way. Bite does a ton of damage, even when it's not stab. But it's, I don't know, oh my god, that fucking dynamic punch did so much. Alright, so I go for a Hydro Cannon. This is over. This is 100% over. But I go for a Hydro Cannon just to see, you know, how much it does. And then I get farmed down with some bubbles. So, Blastoise, I'm probably going to make it work just for a video, but I don't have high hopes for Blastoise. But obviously, you want to run it with Water Gun. And I think I had Flash Cannon on it as well. You want Water Gun, Hydro Cannon, and Ice Beam. So hopefully, you guys were able to evolve a Blastoise yesterday. And yes, I do have some feelings about the Kanto event tour, but if you guys want to hear that, maybe I'll make another video about it. I wasn't happy about it, I'll say that much, but you guys can probably expect that. Alright, so this time I'm using Alolan Muck, Galarian Rapidash, and Alolan Graveler. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I die. I absolutely just die, and then I was not paying attention. Apparently, this is a waterfall seeking, which means I'm taking super effective damage from waterfalls. Personally, if I ever built one of these things, I would not use an Elite Fast TM on it, because waterfall seems to fit seeking better than Poison Jab does, but that's just my opinion. Like, you can run whatever you want, but yeah, so anyway, so was that a Shadow Beedrill that I saw in the lead there? It was. Okay, so Shadow Beedrill actually tanked that Rock Blast, surprisingly. But that just gave me a little bit of extra farm, and there's a Dugong in the back, and I overtapped here. Why did I do that? Should have at least thrown the Rock Blast. It would hit for super effective damage, and I remember this. I could have won. I could have won. Watch this. I could have done it. Well, I don't know if I would have won, but I'm pretty sure. So I build up to the Psychic, I throw a Body Slam, and he told me later that he didn't know that I had a Psychic. Or I can't remember what he said. He said he wasn't going to shield it no matter what. But then he didn't shield it. And then I went for the Psychic, and yeah, it gets shielded. So Psychic definitely it would have done the job. Well, I don't know if it would have KO'd, but it would have made it a lot closer than it was. So Icy Wind comes through, and then one more Ice Shard takes me out. GG Dracobound, 3-0 sweep against Shrady. Not the first time, and probably won't be the last. And last but not least, we got TJ, aka Tonkerfish. So shout out to TJ. He's also been one of my supporters for a very long time. So thank you for always sticking around in the channel. I don't even know if he's going to be able to watch this video, but hopefully he can. Alright, so I pick up a lead against another I almost call it a Rapidash, a Raichu. So I actually let this come through because I know I can survive a Thunder Punch, but it's actually a Brick Break, which is double resisted because Poison and Bug both resist fighting, and Brick Break is just such a crappy move, it barely does anything. So I'm going to bait here with the X-Scissor and hopefully get a shield. X-Scissor hits for neutral, and then Drill Run hits for super effective, and I think I went for the overkill here. I think maybe not. I think an X-Scissor would not KO here, but either way, go for the Drill Run, and I get both shields super early in the game. I am super content with that. Let me go down, take me out. So gonna go down, and he actually throws a Wild Charge. That's why he threw the Brick Break instead of the Thunder Punch. All right, so now I'm gonna shield this, and because it's probably a Wild Charge, I can't risk it. It's a Brick Break. It's a Brick Break. That sucks. That's okay. I got both shields early. He's got him a Champ, and TJ, I might have done you a little bit dirty here. I'm sorry, TJ. The opportunity was there. And I couldn't resist. You know, shot him a Champ, shields down. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I had to do that to you. It was very rude, probably, but also, you know, landing a Solar Beam on a Shadow Machamp just seems so totally unnecessary and also hilarious. So unfortunately, I keep saying Rapidash. Ninetales is really good up against his back line there. So G to the G to the G, NBDlio. But yeah, so going into the next battle, I think, he's got a Kingler. Is it Mudshot Kingler? He does have a Mudshot Kingler. Okay then, so this is obviously a really good matchup for me, but he's staying in here, which is telling me that he has another Pokemon in the back, weak to Electric, and guess what? I'm running triple Electric. So I am very sorry, TJ. Was he really running like a double water team or something? Okay, he's got a Shadow Executor. Okay, Spice Pick over there. Shadow Executor looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to use. So I'm going to throw double Wild Charges because I won the lead very hard. I didn't even have to throw a charge move because Kingler is very, very glassy. So Wild Charge is coming through, and that does a ton of damage, and I switch into my Alolan Graveler, hoping to bait out a fighter, and there it is. Thank God I came in here with one of these back Pokemon, because Shadow Machamp absolutely annihilates my back line, so I saved the Raichu. That is key with this team. If you guys are ever going to use this triple Electric team, you want to bait out a potential fighter with the Alolan Graveler, so Magneton is a little bit safer in the end game. And hopefully Raichu can clean up here. It's going to be close. Oh, no. And if I shield this, I won't be able to get to another charge move, and I realized that too late. He went for a Rock Slide. I remember this one. TJ, you are a beast. I did not expect this. I did not expect it at all. Close combat. I got what I deserved there. I got what I deserved 1000%. I Solar Beamed his Shadow Machamp, and he said, Solar Beam me? Solar Beam me? Close combat you. Alright, and the last battle against TJ. Alright, this time I'm using Parasect, which I don't expect to be very good, but hey, you never know. So this is a terrible lead, taking double super effective damage from the wing attacks, and I'm surprised TJ's got all these legacy Pokemon. Very nice. He's got more legacy Pokemon than I have, I think. At least when it comes to like ones that you have to TM. I haven't TM'd too many Pokemon. So anyway, did I shield? I don't remember if I shielded. Sorry, it's hard to pay attention. Maybe I have ADD. All right, so I go for the Thunder Punch. That would have been taking it out, and now he comes in with an Alolan, or it's a regular Raichu, not an Alolan Raichu. I'm going to go for the Focus Blast once again, and he only has one shield and I have two, so I was like, please, please. Again, very unnecessary. That would take out like 3 Alolan Raichus. But instead, I get farmed down, and now this Raichu is loaded on energy and super dangerous to go up against. I think I come in with the Parasect in order to save my Electrode for the Charizard, and I just let this come through. Wild Charge is resisted, but it is going to take me out. Well, not 2 of them will take me out, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, he's loaded. He's absolutely loaded. I could have shielded this, but I mean, there's just a Charizard in the back anyway, so, you know. And it actually doesn't KO, and I'm able to farm down. Interesting. I really thought that would have been taking me out. Alright, so I come in with the Electrode here, and I'm going to shield anything. It's probably going to be a bunch of Dragon Claws coming through. It's an Overheat. That would have taken me out. That would have 100% taken me out. And he's got a Shadow Venusaur, a Razor Leaf Venusaur. This is terrible. This is god-awful. Foul Play's not going to do it. No, Foul Play's not going to do it. I'm going to get Razor Leaf down. I'm going to lose with the shield. Damn it, TJ. You got me. And then I went for the far. I mean, I could have thrown there, but there was just a Charizard in the back anyway. And Parasect is. Everything's resisted. Double resisted. Okay, that was it. How long is this video? Holy shit, 39 minutes. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate you leaving a like down below. And if you're new to the channel and you're still watching, congratulations. You are now a Shrady fan. I'm just kidding. I'm not that cocky. But if you do enjoy the content, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And maybe turn the notification bell on if you so dare, if you want to. But if you don't, that's okay too. So thank you guys for sticking around with me. And if you guys have any super special, secret Kanto picks for the Kanto Cup that I don't know about and no other people know about, let me know down in the comments. Or if you want to submit some battles to me, there's a link down in the description that says battle submission form. Make sure you fill out the entire form so I can feature your battles, and that is another way to get that information to me. So thank you once again for sticking around. This is a very long outro. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons: Running Froggy, DJ Mimsy, Grizzinator, Northstar7620, Daniel Sheldon, Clapton Caveman, NZ Tech Freak, Silver N Fortuna, Austin Gustovic, Owen Mulvaney, Moach, Cleric, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Darkstone, Joseph Cahill, Lana Pierce, Owen Jones, Zaplatinsky, Dennis McFalls, and Robert Zuccarelli. Thank you guys so much.